guys, so I'm gonna start a vlog just so I could start recording what I do on a day-to-day basis kind of thing, or just take you through the month of December at least. My goal is to record or vlog once a day, and then review it at the end of the month, well, starting in January, and see what I've done all month. Alright, let's begin. So, I'm starting off kind of later in the day because earlier today I was doing a what's in my bag kind of vlog kind of thing until I heard the gate outside slam, and I was wondering, okay, who's home, because it's just me here. So I went to go look outside, and I had let one of my dogs out earlier, and I seen that it was actually my neighbor who's trying to fix our fence, even though we told him don't fix it because we're on our way to fix it or whatever. But he's kind of old, and I guess he has nothing really to do to keep him busy, so whatever. I went outside to grab the dog, and I said, hi, I need to go grab my dog real quick, and he didn't say anything, so I was like, okay, whatever. He never says anything to me. So I went in the back, grabbed my dog, and my dog saw him and started barking and growling because, of course, he's an intruder. So when I finally get her to stop, he yells at me. I was like, you better lock that dog up. And I was like, excuse me? She was out here before you were. Maybe you shouldn't be inviting yourself into anyone's yard in the first place, don't you think? Of course, I didn't tell him that, but I was thinking it. So I was just like, God, what a grumpy old man. So whatever. When I got back in the house, I, of course, rewarded my dog. I was like, good girl, because, of course, you gotta attack an intruder coming into your yard. But that kind of killed my mood for doing a vlog, so that's why I'm starting it later on today. And I think it's like 5:30. It's probably a little past 6. I'm not really sure what time it is right now. But I need to figure out what to make for dinner because it's getting late, and I really hate cooking. Anyway, let's go figure out what to make. I'll probably make pork chops or something. Alright. Okay, so instead of pork chops, I've decided to make this Oriental chicken. The recipe is actually called Panda Express Orange Chicken, but there's no orange in the recipe at all. And from the reviews I've read, it tastes nothing like Panda Express recipe. So, but they did say it tastes good, so I'm about to give this a try. Usually I just look for recipes online, and I've been building this recipe binder just so that I won't have to constantly look for something to make on a daily basis. I'll just pull out my binder book and see what there is that I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and defrost some chicken breast that I have in the freezer, and then pull out some of the ingredients, and then I'll also post this at the end of the video, I guess. Alright? Okay, so I've already diced up the chicken breast, and I've seasoned it with some garlic, salt, and some pepper. I'm going to let it sit for about 15 minutes, and in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and make the sauce. I've already got my ingredients out over here. I'm going to mix it up, and I'll be back. So actually, I've started already. I've included 1 cup of sugar and 1 tablespoon of flour. The next step calls for a 1/3 cup of vinegar, so I'm about to pour that right now. There goes the vinegar. Next it calls for a 1/3 cup of ketchup, so I'm going to add that in also. Probably going to need a spoon to scoop out the rest of that. Yeah, let's see. You know what, I can't even do this. Hold on. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So I've already added 1 tablespoon in there. There goes my 2nd tablespoon. It also says to add in a tablespoon of seasoned salt, but I don't have any, so we're just gonna have to do without it. Then it says to mix and microwave for 5 minutes, stirring in between. So kind of wondering how this is gonna turn out. I don't have a whisk on hand, so I'm using this handy thing. Yeah. It smells okay. I don't know about this whole flour ordeal though. It's kind of looking clumpy there. If you know a better way of doing this, then please let me know, because like I said, I am not the best cook. Yeah, maybe it'll mix together better after it's been microwaving. It kind of has the consistency of that, I guess that mixture that they put chicken in. Okay, that growling is actually my dogs. They are playing with each other. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to throw this in the microwave for about 5 minutes and stir in between. So while I'm waiting for the microwave to heat that thing up, I'm going to go ahead and get my pan ready so that I could start frying this chicken in oil, because it's been about 15 minutes now. I'm not really a fan of frying things in oil because I'm trying to be kind of healthy nowadays, but for the sake of making this recipe, we're going to go ahead and fry this chicken. First, I'm going to go ahead and finish mixing this up. I've only warmed it up for 1 minute. I think I'll do it in 1 minute intervals. I don't know, it kind of looks like the flour crumbles are breaking up a bit, but I've got 4 more minutes to go. So what I've done here is I've put some cornstarch in a Ziploc bag. I don't know, I just say I got about half a cup in there. And what I'm going to do is take the chicken and put it in the bag just to shake it around and coat it a bit. And then I'm going to put it in some egg. That's just 1 egg with 1 tablespoon of water beaten together. And then I'm going to fry it in my pan. I just filled the top with some vegetable oil, and we shall get our cooking rolling. So here we go again, finding it difficult to handle the camera. And you know what, forget it, I'm just going to do this without the camera. So what I've done so far is just put the cooked chicken in a bowl, just with a napkin so that I can soak up the rest of the oil. My sauce is ready. It does look pretty thick, looking good there. And then I'm just waiting for the rest of the chicken to finish frying. What I'm going to do is pour it in this bowl, in this pan, and I'm waiting for my oven. It's preheating right now at 350. Gonna go ahead and pour this in here. Then I'm gonna pour the sauce over it and bake it until it is hot and bubbly. Okay, so I went ahead and pulled it out of the oven. I would say it took about 15, maybe 20 minutes to finally get bubbly, but it's looking pretty good. The sauce thickened up. Just gonna swirl it around just to coat each piece of chicken. And now it's time for the taste test. Oh, ooh. Oh, that's hot. But wow. Yeah, this is good chicken. I have to say, this tastes good. It tastes like, you know what? I gotta say, it tastes like Panda's chicken minus the orange. It tastes great. I think I'm gonna make this again. Just gonna make some rice, and I guess I will, I don't know, if I feel like it, I'll serve it up with some corn or something.